G'day, this is John Davis from Darwin, Australia, up in the beautiful top end of my country. If you've seen Crocodile Dundee, you know the place. So I'm a singer-songwriter. I've travelled all over the world. I record with some great names. But unfortunately, due to COVID, I'm stranded here in Darwin for the next year or two. So what I've done is I've built a small studio. I always had a few nice mics around the place, but I always like getting an extra one or two. And I've started going back to performing live again, just in the local pubs and bars. Found myself rather ill recently, several months ago, and when I came out of it, my voice was much deeper than it had previously been, and it was already a deep voice. So I thought to myself, I'm going to use that to my advantage. So I've got a collection of good vocal mics. This is one of them, my old Audix OM3, I think it is. Yep, OM3. Somewhere around here I've got the very first Shure SM58 that I bought 30 odd years ago. I've got, there you go, the beautiful Shure Beta 58, which is the upgraded SM58. And on stage these days I actually use the Beta 58, but in an old birdcage capsule like Elvis used to use, and that's called a Super 55. And it sounds fantastic, but I decided to upgrade. Let me show you what I bought. I love it. So here it is. It's the beautiful Shure Beta 87A. Now, the first thing I noticed, it arrived in the post. It must be the technology, because the whole box was so light that it weighs less than just a single old microphone. Yet it's a bigger mic. So, but let's have a look inside, shall we? So, slides out like that. Okay. Haha. Got a lot of good mic holder. That's interesting. The Shure seem to have skimped a little bit. That's plastic in there. That's not metal. But it does say assembled by Shure in Mexico. So, okay. And it's got the Shure brand on it. Yeah, it's fine. A little bit cheaper than what I would have expected, but that's okay. Ah, there's the mic. Oh, hang on, what have we got? Oh, the usual bits of Shure paper. Put the microphone inside that. It tells you, put the microphone inside that, and it tells you where to place your monitors, although I use in-ears, so it doesn't really matter. All the paperwork. There's the Shure microphone case holder. It's a lot flimsier than the old ones, but I guess as times have moved on, the technology's made it lighter. I note that the wrapping, bubble wrap, is actually, looks like it's almost second hand. Anyway, microphone looks good, although, and it's very light. Sure, Beta 58. Although I note that the ring around the Beta 87A is a much brighter blue than what they put around the 58. And it's a much lighter microphone. That's going to be awesome on stage. Now let me show you the guts of it. And it looks like something out of some horror movie. It normally sits on a tripod, and oh dear, look at that. The Shure Beta 87A microphone normally has 3 prongs that hold its capsule up. This clearly doesn't. And yes, I'm well aware that it's a fake. I bought it last week on eBay. I paid $270 for it, which is a reasonable price. They retail around $370. So, you know, cheap but not ridiculously cheap. and it's a complete fraud. I've done all the research, I've done all the checking on it. I am going to get my money back on it. Prior to putting this together and sending it off to this guy, I went to the trouble of getting my Dymo label maker. Yeah. I'll just pop it on the inside before I send it back. You hate for the next person to go through the trauma of thinking they've bought themselves a beautiful microphone only to know that they've got themselves a $5 piece of junk, because there's no doubt this clown will resell this microphone. So, yeah. Beautiful. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that down there. And what I have done is I've bought a genuine 87A from a reputable supplier. So, what do we notice? Well, the boxes are totally different. That's the original, that's the fake. It's got the Shure hologram and all the bits and pieces on it. Let's open her up and see what we've got. So that's how it's presented. Issue manual. Okay, first thing on top is the microphone lead clip. These things are a godsend, especially in the studio. The bubble wrap. It's the big bubble wrap. It's serious stuff. It's not that second-hand rubbish that I just received. It comes with the clip already on the microphone, and let me just get the two mics and compare them. Well, they're both definitely different blues, and there's definitely a different shape to them. This one's the fake, this one's the genuine article. I'll take the clip off. Definitely a different weight. The stem of the microphone, this one feels a little bit thicker, the fake feels a little bit thicker, and it's a slightly greener alloy than that one. I don't know if you can see the difference in the shapes of the heads. This one's a lot rounder than this one. So, and the mesh on the genuine article seems to be much more tightly woven than on the fake. They've both got the label on the front. I'm not sure which one's, my eyes aren't that good that you can tell which one's better engineered and which one isn't, but there you go. Hang on, which one's which? I jest. Definitely the fake has got this bright blue band on it that just it doesn't look right. It looks cheap and nasty. So, this is nice and tightly attached, unlike the fake. And let me just show you. That's what I was talking about. Put my hand behind it so you can see. That was what I was talking about, having the three prongs that hold the condenser capsule, as opposed to the other one that was just like a stock standard dynamic mic. So I'm not going to do a sound test on these I'm not even going to bother plugging that piece of junk in. Okay. We get a sticker in the box. The case feels a lot more robust, and there's actually something in there. Oh, just a mic stand adapter. That's all right. You can go in there now. And then there's the usual paperwork. The paperwork in this box is, yes, I'll compare the two for you. That's in the fake box. That's the genuine article. Genuine, fake. Oh, metal, not cheap plastic. I contacted Shure and they told me that they get up to 4,000 fakes a month across their path. So if you're buying equipment, it pays to buy from reputable sellers unless you get to go and inspect it personally. Thanks once again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the website if you could. Review my things for me. Let me know what your thoughts are. Next time I do a video, hopefully it'll be a positive one. But I think this is something that everybody needed to see. So it's out there for the world. Caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. And I hope I see you on the next video.